Good afternoon, everyone, and today we're going to be looking at how to use Nearpod. Now, if you've never used Nearpod before, like myself, I've used it a few times, but not really that proficient in it. You'd of course start off by going to nearpod.com. My school district does have us have one. When I went there, I noticed I had Nearpod assignments. But as you log in, you'll notice that there's a demo that Nearpod has created that allows you to go through and work through it. So when you click on the demo, it will take you to the login for the teacher device as well as show you what the students will see on the student device. And so this demo talks about our solar system. Now, the nice thing about this is the students don't necessarily have to log in to use your Nearpod. You just have to go to nearpod.com and put the code in, and you'd give them this code, H2MY7. And as students log in, they would put their names in, and they would come to the screen that you see here. So you'd have the solar system on your screen, and that's the screen the students would see. And as you start going through the presentation, you can walk students through how to do the lesson objectives, to identify planets in our solar system, and to describe important characteristics of their choice. And then once you go to the next slide, we would ask students some open-ended questions about the solar system, just previewing, asking them, what is something you know about the solar system? And the students can write, it has a sun and planets, or something, and I guess, and stars as well. Um, and then once the students hit submit, a few seconds later, the answer will pop up. So when they hit submit here, their answer pops up on your screen and you can click on it and you can share that with the rest of the class. Now, what is nice about it is you don't see the student's name, only their responses. So the students on the student screen, they'll actually see what you're putting up, and you can see in the background here behind edit your answer. And so the students get to see that, and you can then go ahead and share it with the rest of the class, and you can see it pops up. Whatever all the students had is shared with the rest of the class, and so the students would see the varying answers. So if they didn't understand it or if they missed something, they could be able to see and then share ideas and answers with each other, and they can learn from each other there. As you progress through the screens, it slides through again. Now there's another activity that they can look at where they'll be allowed to match pictures with the words of the solar system. Now when you click start activity, it tells them they have 30 seconds to go ahead and match those activities. And so here are the activities. There's also an app they can press the read aloud where it can be read to
Use
them.
the pictures to match it with the words that define them.
And as that's read to them, they can now go ahead and then they can start matching. So let's say we look at you're matching the words to the planets. So the sun is a dwarf planet, and if it's wrong, it marks an X, and if it's correct, it checks it off and takes it off the screen so they could get to another one. Then we think about Pluto, and if they run out of time, it moves on to the next activity. You notice I had one try, and I got it wrong. And so that's what ends up happening when you kind of give them time. So you want to make sure that the students know it. Now, if they didn't get to see it, you can also click View Peers, and oh, I'm sorry, that's on the teacher device, and you get to see that. When we go to the next slide, here we're going to allow the students to match based on their drawings. Now, I'm not going to turn on the audio again because that will get me out of time. But what happens is the instructions are here and the audio can be played. I don't think there's time this time, so if you press
Label
play
the
again.
planets in the diagram below.
So the students are told,
Take your time.
and this one now they have to rush. So the students have some time to go through this. So if they move the instructions up, they can then go ahead and they can write what they think this planet is. So the closest one would be Mars. No, Mars is not the closest. Well, I'm just making it up. I'm not sure about the solar system. Of course, as we can go through, we do know that this one down here is Earth. And so you can see on your end, once the students hit submit, on the teacher side, you get to see the drawings pop up as soon as it settles in. In 3, 2, 1, there we go. All right. And so Mars settles in as they fill it in here. And so you can see that allows for that collaboration for you to then see what the students are doing. You can also press the I, and that allows you to hide the students' names and their answers if you wanted to. And then here is a slide that shows them the key points of the solar system, and gives them some review. And then when we finish the lesson, we can go to an exit ticket. So here they were given some review, and now the exit ticket has 3 questions. Mars is further from the Earth than the sun. Let's say that's false. If the students get it incorrect, on your side right here, you'll notice that it comes up, should come up, okay. It should come up incorrect in red. How many days does it take for the sun to revolve around the Earth? It's 365. Let's put the correct answer. Oh, you notice once I select the next answer, it tells you the first one's wrong. The students don't actually get to see that. When I click next, you see now that, hey, the second one is correct. And which of the following is not a planet? We know that's the moon. So when I click that again, you'll notice on your side, as a teacher side, that you'll see that each student got, it should pop up. Give it some time. Um, there we go. You'll see that the students got 2 out of 3. And so you see the colored shape here. And so we can share that response with the students, and they can see that, hey, you got 2 out of 3 correct. So they got 2 of the 3 answers correct. And then they can scroll down to see what answers they were able to get correct or incorrect. Then we go to the next slide, which is a poll. And this last poll simply asks the students, how confident do you feel in your ability to describe the solar system? And then they can pick their answer, somewhat confident. And then you'll get to see the answer, and you can share with the students what the confidence level was for the remainder of the class. And that's how you end up using Nearpod. It also allows you to do a homework piece where the students can go through, where the students are able to go through and do this homework piece that allows them to see that. Now, when you click Exit Demo, there is a Create Your Lesson button. You can click here to create a lesson. You can start from scratch. You can explore the Nearpod library, use Google Slides, or create your own lesson. Happy sailing as you use Nearpod to help to advance your students with collaborative learning.